as the temperature continues to rise here in Portland, Oregon, as does my interest in this week's WWE television. I explained I wasn't that big of a fan of Monday Night Raw, but Tuesday Night Live with Smackdown Live and 205 Live definitely raised the bar. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. I am Travis Colt, going it alone because that's what I do. Let's talk about SmackDown. We open up with Randy Orton reiterating why he's doing what he's doing, specifically to Jeff Hardy, saying that no matter how long he's been around, no matter the accolades that he has, it never seems to be enough for the WWE Universe. He's done all these things and no one respects him, no one in the back respects him the way that they really should. And so he hit on a lot of the same beats that he hit on his promo last week, which I still liked, but still with a lot of passion and a lot of just that Randy Orton angst, which is really good. So Randy Orton still wanting to go after Jeff Hardy, wanting to eliminate all of the WWE superstars that the fans like more than him. Becky and Charlotte, despite they're on a little bit of a rocky terrain currently. You know, Becky is happy that Charlotte is getting a title match, but is upset that she's not getting Carmella one-on-one. They do come together and make a fantastic team and defeat the Iconics. But, you know, and despite the excitement that Charlotte has that how good of a tag team they are, Becky knows that it won't be the same in 2 weeks, and Charlotte goes, well, I guess we just have to be good against each other at SummerSlam. So, a really cool story that they're playing with these two. And also there was a little mention of, hey, yeah, we're good friends. You know, we're not going to stab each other in the back. We're not Sasha and Bayley. So taking a little shot at the other half of the Four Horsewomen over on Monday Night Raw. Very interesting. The New Day, they were commentators last week. Kofi Kingston decided he was going to be a backstage interviewer this week and interviewed Xavier Woods and Big E about their upcoming match, the main event match against The Bar, to determine who would face the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam. Pretty funny segment. Renee got a kick out of it. We had Miz once again on the set of Miz and Mrs. I don't think he actually was. Probably wasn't. But actually accepted Daniel Bryan's challenge for a match at SummerSlam. So that match is officially happening. And then later, Byron actually had an interview with The Miz while Miz was on the set. Byron was in the ring. Miz goes on along, you know, talking about how, you know, over the last 8 years that Daniel Bryan's been out, Miz has been doing nothing but good things. He's got the highest rated TV show. He's been champion. He's just blown up, and continues to reiterate the fact that he thinks that Daniel Bryan's career is over and that Daniel Bryan should just move on. And then surprisingly, on the set of Miz and Mrs., Daniel Bryan attacks The Miz, despite two security guards being there. Miz does get the final shot by cracking a vase over the head of Daniel Bryan. The security guards and Miz run away, leaving Daniel Bryan in a pile of glass, water, and flowers. That was alright. AJ Styles responded to Samoa Joe's comments saying that AJ Styles is more of a champion than he is a family person, and AJ took great offense to the fact that Joe, who is actually very well acquainted with AJ's family, decided to bring them into it. And AJ has decided that Joe is going to be lucky if he'll be lucky if he walks out of SummerSlam. He's not walking out of SummerSlam as the WWE Champion, and he'll be lucky he walks out at all. AJ's a little mad. Rusev Day. The whole group of them are starting to work on things. Rusev apologizing to Lana for not being in her corner last week in her match against Zelina, but says that for her rematch he will be in her corner tonight. Aiden comes into the picture. There's a little bit of tension. You know, he apologizes to both of them. Rusev says, "All right, fine, we forgive you," and everything seems to be good. But they still tell Aiden to stay in the back and just let them handle business. And of course, Aiden can't do that. He ends up actually, once again, costing Lana another match to Zelina Vega. Andrade and Rusev out on the outside. Lana's climbing the top to jump off onto Zelina. Aiden ends up spearing Andrade into the ropes, causing Lana to fall. Zelina still picks up the win. Aiden still in hot water. There's two ways the story can go, and I might talk about that in a second. R-Truth, man, he's never not funny. And the fact that he keeps trying to challenge people, and like he says that he wants to challenge Shinsuke for the United States title at SummerSlam, and Shinsuke, who was in the middle of an interview talking about how he's gonna finish off Jeff Hardy and leave nothing left for Randy Orton. He says, "Well, how am I supposed to do that? Or how are you supposed to do that?" He goes, "How everybody else is doing stuff, by beating Carmella." And Ty Dillinger, who's trying to stop R-Truth, is like, "No, that's not how it works." And he goes, and the whole thing. R-Truth ends up getting a match with Shinsuke, loses to Shinsuke, obviously, but R-Truth still hilarious. Shinsuke picking up another win. And then the Bludgeon Brothers defeated 3 jobbers. And then the New Day, in the main event, defeated the Bar, and they will face the Bludgeon Brothers at SummerSlam for the Smackdown Tag Team titles. Then moving on to 205 Live, we had Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese defeating Lucha House Party. Noam Dar had a little look at his comeback. He ends up defeating Sean Maluda in a match. Cedric Alexander challenges Jack Gallagher to a match next week. Drew Gulak and Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick accept. So that match is going to happen. We had a little dueling promo between Cedric and Drew Gulak as we head into their title match at SummerSlam. We're also going to get a rematch between Lio Rush and Akira Tozawa next week. And Mustafa, who, if you don't follow him on social media, was in the hospital last week. Him and Lindsay both got hurt in different situations last week. But Mustafa is back, says he's ready for a match against Hideo Itami. The two of them have a fantastic match. But just when Mustafa is really like, he's feeling it, he goes up, he's getting ready to set for the 054. All of a sudden, he stops and starts to fall, ends up getting hung up in a tree of woe. 3 massive drop kicks from Hideo Itami. Hideo wins. Hideo walks away, and as Mustafa is trying to get up and head to the back, he collapses in the ring. He's not in good shape, and I'm very, very intrigued by the storyline. This is a great story that the two of them are telling. It makes Hideo look. You know what? I'll save that because that's my love. We're gonna talk about that in a second. So yeah, my love, dislike. Couple things. Still like what Randy Orton's doing. Still being very dickish. Still being very aggressive. Still being vicious Randy Orton heel. He also mentioned that he is going to get. He wants to warn the squeamish, but he likes when people, he likes when people are uncomfortable, and he plans on doing things to make people uncomfortable and want to change the channel, but says that they won't because they believe they want people like Jeff Hardy to come back and do something and just. They believe that the superheroes will come down and do what they're supposed to do, but Randy Orton plans on making sure that doesn't happen. So, still really like what's going on with that storyline. R-Truth was hilarious. I really liked R-Truth, and then I like the issues between Becky and Charlotte. It makes for a very interesting dynamic heading into the triple threat. It makes you wonder: is Becky or Charlotte going to take it easy on each other, or are they going to, are their issues going to cancel out, and is that how Carmella is going to retain? Very interesting situation. Yeah, all in all, the night was really good, but I'm going to give my love to Hideo Itami. Actually, one more I am going to say I did really enjoy the New Day versus the Bar. But that's going to go into my dislike. That's why it's in my like. It was a fantastic match, and it's a like, and I'll talk about more in a second. But my love does go to Mustafa Ali versus Hideo Itami. Hideo, who has struggled for so long trying to find a spot in WWE that really fits his personality, fits his just aggressive style. Now that he's able to pick on people, he's not going against a lot of people that are bigger than him. He's not the underdog. He's able to use his striking ability to be an aggressive heel. Going against someone like Mustafa Ali, who always preaches, hey, move forward, never give up. He's very much the cruiserweight John Cena in a way. But to have him come back so quickly after being in the hospital and put so much into this match with Hideo, and then to have Hideo capitalize, it works so well for both of these guys because the match itself was amazing. They had, there was a few flubs here and there, but the match itself was fantastic. And then when you have Mustafa, who can get such great babyface points, such sympathy, and then Hideo, who people just, people aren't that excited about Hideo, but now Hideo can use that and make people really dislike him. And by taking out guys like Mustafa Ali, that's perfect. And I think this works phenomenally and on multiple levels for both of these guys, especially when they're killing it with such great matches. So yeah, definitely loved Mustafa versus Cedric. Loved the story. Very interested to see where this goes. Maybe a pre-show match at SummerSlam, or maybe another match at whatever the next pay-per-view is. Very, very intrigued to see where that goes. Now, as much as I liked the New Day versus the Bar, the problem is the Bar have just come back. I talked about this a couple weeks ago. The Bar have just come back, and Sanity is the new team on TV. Now, 2 fantastic matches, and that's fine. But that's 2 teams that could have used the spotlight and probably had a much more interesting dynamic with the Bludgeon Brothers. Because we've seen New Day versus Bludgeon Brothers. We know how that goes. That's not my biggest problem, though. Because I love the New Day. And I'm excited to see what the New Day can do. The biggest problem I have is that just before the New Day versus the Bar, they specifically had the Bludgeon Brothers defeat 3 jobbers. They essentially gave away who was going to win that match. Because what other reason would the Bludgeon Brothers have to face 3 guys if it was still up in the air as to who was going to win out of the New Day and the Bar? Why wouldn't they just face 2 guys? Why wouldn't they? Maybe they beat 5 guys because there's 5 guys they could potentially face. That would have still kept an air of, it would have at least kept the secret a little more. I felt like I already know. I was like, well, they just beat 3 guys. They're really just calling out the New Day. So now New Day's got to win. And again, like I said, I have no problem with the New Day. I love the New Day, but it just seemed so obvious, and that kind of took me out of the whole idea. So, as much as I'm looking forward to the match, as much as I like the New Day, I really wish that it would have been the Bar and Sanity in the finals, or at least one of those teams and the Usos or something. But I'm keeping my hopes up for that match. Should be a good match at SummerSlam. Yeah. I didn't hate Tuesday. Tuesday was still a great show. It's just a few things that they probably could have done a little bit better. But hey, We still got NXT and Lucha Underground to look forward to, and that'll be our last video of this week. Kevin Hawk will be back to talk about the midweek wrap-up. But for now, guys, thanks for watching Tuesday Night Live. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below what you thought about Smackdown and or 205 Live. Let us know what you liked, loved, disliked. We like to have a discussion here. I appreciate everyone that has been commenting on the videos. It's nice to talk about some wrestling with some people that just want to talk about wrestling. It's not about bitching about it. It's just about having a conversation. Click all the links down below. You follow us on all of our social medias. We post a lot of stuff on our Facebook page. You can get updates to videos on Twitter and on the Facebook page as well. We also want you to check out the podcast where you can get this review and all of our regular reviews in podcast form. There's also a Reasonable Wrestling Fans. It's reasonable with the W, like wrestling, where we have the list with Kevin Hawk. We have Question of the Week with Thomas Wolfe. We have videos that we're getting ready to... We're coming up with some ideas. We want your input as well. So comment on this video, comment on videos over there. What types of videos you'd like to see us do that aren't just review based. But we've got some things in the works, so look forward to that. We also have unboxing videos where you can see us get cool micro brawlers and other things from Pro Wrestling Crate. We have punishment videos and other videos that are loosely based around wrestling. But for now, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next. I'm just glad that the tag team division doesn't have Modus as a tag team. Oh, God.